I've had a client that committed suicide last year, and it still affects me, but...
The mental health challenges for our farmers and farm families is widespread. It's a big deal, and it's a real deal.
It's been something that I've dealt with personally.
And whether somebody's saying it or not, they're dealing with it and they're facing it. Daddy farmed cotton back in the day, and I just had no idea the stresses and the pressures, that they were under, just trying to make it.
There's always good years, there's always bad years. How are you going to pay your farmhand? How are you going to keep your farmhand on if you have lost, say you're a peach farmer, you lost your peach crop? How do you manage those scenarios?
The stressors are there when you get up, they're there when you go to bed, and if the stress just keeps the pressure just keeps mounting, eventually depression and things like that can start to set in.
Because of that experience with that client, it's drawn me even more, making me more conscious about mental health and how it affects even my own personal clients.
You'll see signs of depression and anxiety. I mean, certainly that's some of the main diagnoses that we see in rural Delta farm communities, but also throughout our state.
So we need to work on, as an ag community, finding those resources and making them more available to farmers and ranchers.
Think about the term farm. F stands for faith, family, and friends. So a lot of our families are very faith-based, very rooted in that, and that's one of their strengths. That's their go-to. Family and friends, you've got to stay connected. Most of our farms are family operated, and so you want to stay connected with your family and your friends. A stands for adjustment. There's just going to be times you've just got to adjust. I was talking to a buddy in Wynn after the tornado had hit there, and I said, "How are you doing?" And he said, "James, there's acceptable losses in life." And I said, "Acceptable losses? Unpack that for me. What do you mean?" And he said, "Well, we're going to rebuild and we're going to get back on our feet. But there are some things that just won't ever be the same after what just happened." And so he's making adjustments to carry on with his life. Okay, and then the R in farm stands for a rhythm of work and rest. And in all the farmers I've talked to who've been in a long time and have made it, are making it, passing it on, multi-generation kind of deal, they know how to maintain that rhythm. And it may not always look like a 6-on, 1-off deal, or whatever, but they know how to build a rhythm of work and rest, a Sabbath, if you will, into their calendar. And then the M is making things right, mending your fences. In the ranching business, at some point you're gonna get that phone call, the cows are out. I'm always looking and tinkering and moving, and it's helpful to me. I'm in nature, and I'm checking those fences, and I'm trying to keep in what needs to be in, keep out what needs to be out, If you take care of the home front, you take care of the relationship, there's a lot of other details that will fall into place because everybody's on the team, everybody's on board, everybody's moving in the same direction. You're mending your fences. You're not putting off till tomorrow what you can do today. You're not letting the sun go down your anger. You're taking care of the home front and what matters most.